सोचो एक ऐसी जगह जहाँ वक्त थोड़ा धीरे चलता है, जहाँ हवा भी एक अलग सुकून लेके चलती है। वेलकम टू ज़ानसे स्चांस, नीदरलैंड का एक छोटा सा गांव जो लगता है बिल्कुल पोस्टकार्ड जैसा। ज़ानसे स्चांस एम्स्टरडैम से सिर्फ 30 मिनट्स के डिस्टेंस पर है और यहाँ आके लगता है जैसे किसी फेरी टेल में आ गए हो। ये जगह फेमस है अपने पुराने विंडमिल्स, ट्रेडिशनल डच हाउसेस और लोकल क्राफ्टमैनशिप के लिए। नमस्ते दोस्तों, मैं हूँ वॉन्डरलस्ट वेनु और आज हम एक्सप्लोर करने वाले एक ऐसी जगह जहाँ डच कल्चर लिटरली जीता जागता है, ज़ानसे स्चांस। तो वीडियो को एंड तक ज़रूर देखना क्योंकि मैं आपको ले जाऊँगा चीज़ फैक्ट्री के अंदर, वुडन शू वर्कशॉप में और कंट्री साइड की एक ड्रीमी जर्नी पर। और अब हम चलते हैं एक वर्कशॉप में जो डच कल्चर का सिंबल है, वुडन शूज, जिसे क्लॉक्स भी कहा जाता है।
Alright, good afternoon. Welcome in the wooden shoe workshop. We are going to show how wooden shoes made. Nowadays, first of all, we should use poplar or wheel of use fresh, wet, green wood, very easy to work with. Almost cut like cheese. Don't try this. In the old days, wooden shoes made by hand, traditional with this large knife from outside. And inside we use several sizes of spoon scoops to hold in. It takes 3 hours for one pair if you are a professional shoemaker. That was really very tough job, but nowadays it's very easy. With the machines behind me, it takes only 5 minutes. Show you. And make the duplicate copy working as a copy machine. This machine made rough outside.
ये देखिए रियल डच क्लॉक्स। पहले ये फार्मर्स और वर्कर्स पहना करते थे क्योंकि ये वाटरप्रूफ और ड्यूरेबल होते थे और आज भी एक प्राउड हेरिटेज है।
All natural water from the tree. Take 4 weeks to dry. No sun, no heat.
ये शू सिर्फ 5 मिनट में बन गया यूजिंग ट्रेडिशनल टूल्स। क्या क्राफ्टमैनशिप है बॉस।
Reason why we still wearing these shoes. The first, they are very strong. Official safety shoes. Offer you good protection. Second, they are waterproof and insulate inside, make your feet dry and warm. They are also orthopedic shape inside, very good for your feet and your posture. Best way to wear thick woolen socks. 1 finger extra room behind the heel. That's where they are comfortable. That is my story for you about wooden shoes. Thank you so much for your time. Listening. Have a
Yes. Ito dito is mine. Yes.
عارف الإدريسو سهر تجي طمرتي عدد اوكي نا
और अब चलते हैं एक चीज़ी एक्सपीरियंस के लिए। लिटरली ये है ज़ानसे स्चांस का चीज़ फैक्ट्री, जहाँ आप देख सकते हो कि कैसे ऑथेंटिक डच चीज़ बनता है। ये देखो, ये है गौड़ा चीज, नेदरलैंड्स का सुपरस्टार। यह हर चीज को एज किया जाता है महीनों तक और टेस्ट भाई स्वर्ग। क्रीमी, रिच और थोड़ा टैंगी। और बेस्ट पार्ट, फ्री टेस्टिंग। हर टाइप का चीज ट्राई करो, गोट, ट्रफल, पेस्टो, चिली, एक से बढ़कर एक।
So no problem. Only somebody who's vegetarian?
Yeah.
Okay. Many of you. I know sometimes not, but many times yes. So important also to know you. These two cheeses, so all the smoked cheeses and the farmer cheese, they are made by animal rennet. So they are no vegetarian. But the rest of the cheeses around the shop, all of them except these two, they are vegetarian. And you can know it for sure because you're gonna find or in front or behind this little green symbol. But basically, everything allowed except the farmer and the smokes.
Excuse me. When you say vegetarian, does it include eggs or without eggs?
Cheese doesn't have egg.
Okay.
In general.
Thanks.
It's more about the meat because I'm always confused. Because many people,
Me too.
I'm very confused because I know many people that they eat halal. I know halal is about the way that the meat is done. But some people ask for the eggs, some people ask for the alcohol, some people ask for the meat, so I'm gonna make it easier for you. The cheese, any of them have egg. Alcohol, we only have two with alcohol, which is beer cheese and whiskey cheese. So just open your eyes and read what it's in front before to put it in your mouth. Because I have many situations like, I have alcohol, shit, I already swallowed it. So read it before. And vegetarian is everything from the cheeses except these two. So that makes your life much easier inside.
Thank you.
Only these two are non-vegetarian.
Yeah. About the rest of the things you have to read behind because we have many other products. So the farmer cheese, we make it how I say with the raw milk of the farmers. So we take that milk, we add it into the container, and the container warming up the milk to 29-30 degrees. And then the temperature is very important because we need to have the rennet. This is actually what makes it no vegetarian. Because in the farmer cheese and the smoked cheese, we use animal rennet. So even if it doesn't have meat, the rennet is from the animal. That's why. And the other cheeses we use microbial or vegetable rennet. So those, they don't have anything coming from the animal or the milk. So we add the rennet into the milk, and then with those knives for like 30 minutes in rotation, start to split the fat and the protein. This is the fat and this is the protein, so the curd and the whey. And the only part we use to make cheese is the curd, but this is only 10%. So we need 10 liters of milk to create 1 kilo of cheese. 1 kilo is... Wow. 1 kilo is... And then the rest, the whey, we don't need it to make the cheese, but it's 90%, so we don't throw it away. It's really healthy, it has pure protein, so if somebody does sport, there's really good also, they're also for the stomach, have a lot of probiotics, minerals. So we give it to the animals so they can drink it, at least we make sure our animals have the better life possible. And the rest, we used to make our own special beer, with the cheese whey. And we also have a beer cheese. That's the cheese that I say have alcohol, because literally this beer come back into the cheese. So those are the cheese beer and also the whiskey, the one that have alcohol. And then, once it's there for like 30 minutes, we get the whey and the curd. We need to make sure the whey is out of the recipe. So we use these forms to grab everything inside, and then we have to press it for 2 hours. So all the way goes to the little balls, and then we have like a compact disc of curd that will look something like this. This we add it into the salty bath. This is 20% of salt and 80% of water. This helps the conservation of the cheese, but also with an extra flavor. So we should keep it inside for 48 hours if it's 2 kilos or more, but if it's just at home 1 kilo, with 24 hours is enough. Then we get them out and we paint it with our paraffin or wax layer. This is what allows all of our cheeses to travel around the world for 1 month out of the fridge, and they will keep moving. Then we label the cheese, and then we age the cheese. Here is a big difference also between the farmer cheese and many other cheeses. This paraffin, besides the temperature, also lets the cheese free. So that means this cheese, if you buy it, you don't really need to put it into the fridge. You can keep maturing the cheese at home. All of our farmer's cheese are between 2 to 4 months already, so just keep that in mind, because if you mature the cheese from 1 to 6 months in total, then it's a young cheese. From 6 months to 1 year is mature. Older than a year is old. And how we mature the cheese? We have to lie down the cheese in a wooden shell, and every day, as long as we remember it, or at least every few days, turn it. because the fat concentrate is heavier, so it's fall down and make the bottom softer. And depends how long time you keep it, is older or younger. So if you keep the cheese, for example, for 3 years, don't do it, because it becomes very. Sorry. At least you hate your husband and your wife. This is because the salt from the vat starts to crystallize. So how older get the cheese, it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be a stronger flavor and also saltier. The oldest one in the shop is 1.5 years. So if you try to do the experiment at home with the farmer cheese, I recommend you don't leave it more than 1.5 years. I think that's enough mature. And then the best way to slice it, you use the slicer to take out the paraffin layer, because this is basically wax, like the candles, a little bit different, but wax. And then we can make very thin layers of cheese. And you can also grate the cheese on top of the pizza or pasta, the lasagna, with any cheese. We also sold these tools inside, and I know you're thinking why I throw the cheese away instead to give it to you. But for sure, I'm 100% sure when I don't look, many people come to touch it or to smell it or whatever. So it's more safe for your healthy if you try it inside. So there are different positions now to try with the sticks, so please use the sticks. And then enjoy a lot, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
तो दोस्तों, कैसा लगा आपको ये डच कंट्री साइड का टूर? अगर पसंद आया हो तो लाइक करो, कमेंट में जरूर बताओ कि आप सबसे पहले क्या एक्सप्लोर करना चाहोगे, चीज या क्लॉक्स। और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना फॉर मोर ऐसे ग्लोब ट्रोटिंग एडवेंचर्स। मिलता हूँ अगले एपिसोड में, तब तक के लिए टोट सीन्स।